Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Monday, August 26th, 2024. This is my daily vlog, my regular ritual stand-up where I turn the lights and camera each morning and talk about what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and how it's going. Trying to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. And a big uptick this weekend to talk about, and with any uptick, there's pros and cons to it, mostly pros. We'll talk about that throughout the course of this. So let's talk about, this is Monday, start of a new week, so let's rewind to Friday. So Friday I had goals. Of course, the Friday Plays was scheduled to release, and I wanted to work on another kind of editorial essay kind of thing for Saturday. Not because I'm trying to make that a regular thing, but because it was something I had something to talk about, and it was the perfect time to do it is Friday, where I already have the Friday Plays done and I can get it done for Saturday release. That pattern worked a second weekend. We have week or weekend. So let's first start with the Friday Plays. I did a 7800 game. I thought it was only appropriate with the launch of the 7800 Plus, or the announcement at least. Ninja Golf actually got a re-release not too long ago. I would say it's a middle-of-the-road Friday Plays for us. So actually, it was better than the one a couple of weeks ago that didn't do well. Not as good as the one last week. But over the weekend, that's done about 3,300 views. So maybe Friday Plays has run its course. I haven't given up on it. We'll still do it for a few more weeks. We found a good trend. We rode it for a while. Maybe it's still building. Maybe it's enough. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to focus on what works, as what we've always done. The other part of that Friday is that I wanted to get out, I said, another editorial, again, about the 7800 Plus, because once more, I let the comment section guide what I wanted to talk about. I saw a preponderance of comments about the 7800 Plus, and they fell into a few categories. And I went, well, people must be interested in that, so let's talk about that. So I did basically an editorial talking about who this console is for, because many people said it seems like the last one. Why would I bother? What's different? And more importantly, I wanted to point out the platform that they are creating with this release cycle. Anyway, that video did incredibly well. So released it Saturday morning at 11, so it's been out less than 48 hours. Already over 11,000 views on that. So certainly these kind of essay editorial things have legs. The secret is not to do one every single Saturday. I don't think it would be great, but only to do one if there is something meaningful to say. Right? It's not a cookie cutter. You can't just crank one out because, well, it's Saturday. But I would like to keep doing that if I have something worthwhile to talk about. So yeah, so that's two. There's more, though. There's more coming. Just stay with me. Other things I did on Friday, I did the pod preparation, the last little bit of writing, and then George Moe and I got together and recorded the podcast on Friday afternoon that we will edit tomorrow and will go live on Thursday. Then, Saturday, as I was watching the success of that editorial, there came a leak about the new, supposed to be announced, we find out on Tuesday, but there's a new mini console or mini computer like the 400 Mini was. This time it's the ZX Spectrum, the Sinclair. I think it leaked for some retailer from Poland or UK. Anyway, I saw so much traffic on social, people talking about it, and I'm like, well, this is, again, people are very interested. Let's cover this right quick and talk about what we know so far. And I did that. That video I put out Saturday, 5 or 6 in the evening, late in the evening. 7,200 views already. So I released 3 videos over the weekend, 2 of them on Saturday. One that I produced and edited and shot on Saturday, resulting in a huge views and engagement weekend. And as I said, that comes with sometimes a dark cloud behind it. So we'll talk about it's not a big deal, just something worth noting that for the very reason I make this vlog. So let's talk about stats. You would think stats like that were doing well, and someone even pointed out in the comments, very rightfully so, the other day, when I talk about my little chart, I say I would like to be right at the middle at 50 subscribers or 50 subscribers and 10,000 views average over the last 7 days. I would like to be there or higher. That's my low target. That's the bottom. I don't want to sit there. I want to be there or higher. So rightfully so. So over the last 7 days, almost 13,000 views, 12.6 thousand, and subs are still off the chart. Even though the promotion is dying down, 120 some odd subs, so we're off my little. I have to adjust my chart if this doesn't change. It's a good problem to have. So with that, talk about a new milestone. On Friday we spoke, we were at 55.6. We made 55.7. We made 55.8. We're now at 55,009.5. So almost at 56,000. I would expect maybe by tomorrow we can celebrate another 1,000 milestone. So what a little ride it's been. I think, I hesitate to say we're back after being out sick, but we're certainly not in the dregs anymore, right? We're having pops of success. So let's talk about today. So after a long, busy-filled weekend, I got to regroup now. Today is going to be kind of a planning, writing day. So I need to plan for the projects I'm going to work on throughout the course of this week, and what's my Friday plays going to be. Go ahead and begin writing. Go ahead and begin making graphics. Determine what those things are going to be. Maybe I can get a short knocked out today, stuff like that. Also, I need to prepare the podcast that we shot on Friday, because we're going to edit it tomorrow. I've done almost nothing with that. I can get that laid out on a timeline to get it ready. And finally, I need to record at some point this week, maybe today, since it's kind of a low impact day, is another episode of Celebrating Yesteryear for Retro Days. The next one is ready for me to shoot and produce, so I'll try to get that done. So I'll just talk very briefly about, I said, sometimes bad comes with the good. The thing about what I'm learning about being an internet content creator is anytime you get a boost of exposure. A bunch of people saw these last two videos from yesterday that have never seen me before. And so with the avalanche of where have you been, great channel, love to subscribe, you also get people that just absolutely don't like what you do. And the odd thing is, on the internet, they love to tell you about it. It's like if you're walking down in a convention and you see 100 booths, you don't stop at each booth and go, I don't care about anything you're doing and don't like your face. Well, you just don't stop at the booth. Imagine, walk, okay, next, no, I think you're dumb and your product is ill-informed and ill-advised. I don't care for it. You wouldn't do that in real life, but whenever I get a boost of viewers, of content that gets out far and wide, you run into people that you've seen for the first time, and they just don't like me or what I do or how I do it, and they love to comment. I got one great comment that was basically, how did I get here? Channel instantly blocked. Okay, I do that I don't block channels, but I ignore channels, right? But you don't have to tell people, why would you don't like it, that's fine. No loss, that was not a viewer I would have had. Had one that said they didn't like that I have this subtle background music on some videos. And I said, I understand that. So you're losing subscribers and views and subs and everything. Well, I said, well, actually, I've gained far more than I may have lost, and it's my editorial style. It's the way I like to do it. I know not everybody likes things the way I do it. I got Twitter hate on somebody that said I was profiting off of conflict or something because I did an editorial. And for someone that, by the way, did not even look at the video and said, I refuse to click because they've already judged what it is, that's a huge problem we have in our society. Not just with my video, don't care about that, but people that decide what they believe without any information. They just look at it and go, oh, I've decided I hate that. I don't need to learn any more about it. And the thing is, you can't convince, there's no point in arguing with someone who's have decided they're going to actively be aggressively negative. I can say, I'm sorry, you can say, I understand what you're saying, but, to engage with someone is to create a bunch of energy, utilize a bunch of energy that otherwise could be spent doing something for the people that do appreciate what you're doing. And no point should anyone go into this thinking everything you do is going to be loved. The baseline is everyone's going to be apathetic about what you do. You have to work hard to make anybody care at all. And even when you do, there are going to be those that don't agree with what you're doing, how you're doing it, how you decide what to do, and how you talk about it. That's human nature. I've never understood the feeling that you need to stop, click, and type about how angry you are about something for someone you've never met and don't care to know about. I don't know. I guess I'm accustomed to, well, if I don't like it, it's one thing if they were being aggressively mean to you, right? Hey, Joe Smith from Montana, I hate you specifically. Right? I'm not talking to or at anyone, and it wasn't even like a disagreement with my points. It was just, I hate you, kind of thing. And I'm like, okay. I think I only blocked one person over the weekend. It was really, I don't like to block people that are like that because A, I think, maybe they're salvageable and maybe they're having a bad day. And B, I believe in talk about what you want, even if I don't agree with it. That's the whole point. That's the reverse. I agree that you should be able to say these things. I don't want to mute you, but I don't like it anyway, Yeah, whatever. You got to take the bad with the good. The takeaway from this is a lot of good over the weekend, and my thin is getting skinner. My skin is getting thinner, whatever. My skin's getting thicker as I get these little boosts, and I get these, like you say, I'm not mad about it. I get these injections of just trickles of hatred that you see over nothing. Over, I don't know. That's enough of that. Again, takeaway is a great weekend, a lot of stuff. I gotta try to build on that, and we should only be going upwards toward the end of the year because so many products are going to be coming out. And if I pair those products with editorials about them or around the subjects when they're hot, I think we may have struck upon, there's no secret formula, but we may have found another good recipe to put in the recipe book of things that we can do to continue to build. Yeah, so all of that being said, time for me to get busy on this Monday. It's a brand new week. Thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog, if that's in fact what you did. If you're here every day, you know I love you for that. Thank you so much for being here day after day after day, hanging out with me and making me encouraged to come and turn this camera on every morning. So have a great Monday. Start your week. Remember to do something good for yourself, and I will talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.